Hello and welcome to the Writing Momentum Podcast. I'm Christopher Maselli and I'm here with my wife, Gena. How's it going, Gena?
Going really good. It's actually going great because we have a special guest today that we've been pretty excited about getting on here and
Yeah,
have been talking about for a few years about inviting on.
yeah.
So
Our
this is a special day for us.
Absolutely. Our special guest is William Bernhardt. He is the best-selling author of more than 60 books. That includes Shameless, the Daniel Pike legal thrillers, 2 historical novels, 2 books of poetry, 10 books in the Red Sneaker Writer series, which are really great craft books. And he's also the host of the WriterCon podcast and a co-host of the WriterCon Writers Conference, which we're partnered with too, in Oklahoma City over Labor Day weekend, September 1st through 4th. Oh my goodness, I got to take a breath. How's it going, Bill?
I'm doing great. Good to see you guys. Hey,
Yeah.
all you ever had to do was ask. I'll be there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, we're so glad to have you. This is good.
Uh,
We've talked about WriterCon a few times on the podcast, quite a few, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it too. That's why we're so glad to have you
yeah.
here.
And I love being introduced as having over 60 books because it's 61. So that is technically,
Hey,
no, that shoulder, that was the 61st one. Just legit. So
yes,
Absolutely.
saying over 60 for a long time.
Bill, you have been such a big asset to the writing community and especially with WriterCon. And so we want you to tell us, what is WriterCon? And in your words.
WriterCon is many things. It was originally the annual conference that we put on. Now, didn't always have that name, but that's what we call it now. And it's every Labor Day weekend in Oklahoma City. But of course, as you already know, we've expanded and we're doing a cruise now every spring. People are already
Mhm.
signing up for the cruise in 2024, for Pete's sake. And we just finished a small group retreat in Branson, and that was wonderful. So I know we'll be doing that again. But the big event is coming up in what, about 5 weeks, I guess? It's not
Yeah, it's
far
not
off.
long from now at all.
It is coming up. Tell us who, because I'm pretty excited about the keynote speakers and, of
Yeah.
course, all the great speakers who are coming. So, talk to us a little bit about who is going to be there this year.
Sure. We have more than 60 presenters, mostly authors, but also literary agents, more than we have ever had before. And that's saying something at WriterCon. And an increasing number of people I'm going to call, and publishers too, of course, but increasing number of people I'm going to call author assistants because there are so many people looking for help, whether they're traditionally published or self-published. The reality of today and being a writer is you've got to be involved more
Yes.
than perhaps in previous eras, particularly in marketing and publicity, but other things as well. People are hiring assistants because that day when you just sit in your recliner and in your pajamas and type all day, that's just not the current writer life, right? And so we got people to help with everything that might come up. Our keynotes, which I'm pretty excited about, are Lisa Gardner, who's, of course, #1 New
Mhm.
York Times bestselling author, one of the top thriller writers in the world today, and one of my very favorites, too. We got Tosca Lee, who's also a #1 New York Times bestselling author who's done historical fiction and works derived from the Bible, like the book on the Queen of Sheba and whatnot. And we've also got Susan Meisner, who's also been very successful, new USA Today bestseller list. So terrific lineup of people. And since the WriterCon conference is basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got somebody to give a big keynote address every day, which is perfect.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. And it's not just keynotes, right? There's so many people actually speaking individual classes where you can interact with the speakers, right? And just soak it up and learn one on one. This isn't just like going to lectures, right? This is really an interactive conference.
Right, very much. We've got, of course, classes all day long, more than 70 sessions of one kind or another, because there are at least 4 things going on at most times. Plus, in the evenings, we have the roundtables where people can come and chat in a more relaxed way, or chatty way with people. Every table is designated to have some topic. So if you're interested in
Yes.
this, you can sit, ask some questions, move to another table later if you want. And we got a lot of fun stuff going on too. And a lot of private opportunities. I sometimes forget to mention because I get so wrapped up in the schedule and the classes, but people are also signing up for manuscript reviews and private consultations. The idea being that you'll meet one-on-one with someone that you've picked from a list of choices from the speakers at WriterCon, but you choose, and the person will read the manuscript, and you'll schedule a time during the conference and meet with them for half an hour or so to talk about it. Same thing for private consultation. The only difference is that instead of actually reviewing a manuscript, you're just talking about whatever it is. We have an advantage because everybody involved in WriterCon is serious professional who's been doing this for a while. So, we know who the best people are. I go to conferences all year long. I know you do too. I've been writing for more than 30 years, so I feel like I know what's what. And that helps, obviously, because when we program things, we know who to look for and where to go for top quality. When I'm looking to choose people, my first qualification is basically, are they a nice person? Because I don't want any grumps at the conference. And second, do they have the credentials? Speaking on this topic, and I'm really proud of our lineup this year. I think it's a terrific roster or faculty.
It
Yeah.
really is. And I think you've touched on it there. I think one of the things that I love so much about WriterCon is how generous the speakers and the people who come are, how they are. I know that I have stopped people after conference or after attending a session just to ask them a question. And I know other people will stop me after my sessions to ask questions. And I just think there's this beautiful, I don't want to say camaraderie because that's probably not the right word, but it is just a really supportive environment that I think WriterCon has and that I think has been created there. So that is just a beautiful thing. And I think that's so important for new writers coming in, for emerging writers to come in, to feel like there's a space for them.
That's true. I think sometimes when people are starting, everybody feels a little bit insecure. Do I have any idea what I'm doing here? Do I have any talent? Are people going to laugh at me? We've all been there, right? Let me tell you, nobody at WriterCon's going to laugh at you. You hear me every year of the opening, what do you call that? Orientation, talking about how, look, WriterCon is a family and we're all in this together. And it's true. You'll never find a better group of people who will support you because we all want the same thing, right? We want to write
Right.
good work and we want to get it out there so other people can read it. And that's another benefit of the conference that you can't really even put on the website that it's true. People make friends. They
yes,
build
they do.
writing groups or critique
Yes.
groups and stay in touch long after the conference is over.
One of the things I really enjoyed last year were those round tables because you got these, it's just a big round table, but with a topic on it, right? And everyone who sits at that table is interested in that topic. And boy, that discussion just started going. And it didn't matter whether some people had been in the industry for 30 years or others had never been in it, right? They were just
Yeah.
starting. Everyone started to just share tips and tricks and from their heart to ask questions and provide answers. It was really a nice give and take situation.
Collaborative.
It was collaborative that
That's-
made everyone feel welcome and a part of it. And it bridged that gap between the newbies and the professionals, and it just made everyone writers, right? And that was
That's a good
something
point.
special.
I thought that was a great addition last year, and we're doing it again. The only difference, you'll learn as you go. We're still
Yeah.
doing it, but this time we're going to put it in 2 different rooms, so it's not quite as noisy as it was.
It was
last time.
noisy. There were a
I'll
lot
take
of people in
one
there.
room. No, we'll learn. We'll do it
Yeah.
different. It was still fun, but it was noisy after a while.
What
But,
else?
we do a lot of things in the evenings that are just
Mhm.
pure fun. We've got karaoke night, which I have never seen you at, Chris. I bet you were a
Never
great
been.
singer.
I'm really not.
We've thought
Yeah.
about bringing our daughter just because we're like, she's a
She's
very
seen it.
good writer, but she's the singer in the family. So we're like, maybe we could bring her. We'll just do
Oh.
backup.
Oh, you need to. And we got open mic one night so people can
Mhm.
read their poem or a selection of their work.
Mhm.
And at one point we play games. We got Jeopardy, and it's just a fun time. And of course, we've got some new additional features this year too.
I was just going to ask you about
Yes.
that. Tell us about what's new.
I didn't know if I should just roll right into it. 2 things that I'm really excited about is this year we've added a 4th day. In the past, we've had Monday master classes. one or two deep dives into a topic like the fiction. We've got two fiction master classes, one taught by Lisa Gardner, the other by Tosca Lee. How great is
Wow.
that? But on Monday, we're for the first time having what we're calling WriterCon. I'm embarrassed to say that I went through days of thinking, celebration of books, writers, isn't the obvious companion for WriterCon,
It is.
ReaderCon, but still it took me days to. But anyway, Monday is a writers conference, which is completely free and open to the public, but the focus is different. This is people who love to read books have a chance to meet their authors. Prominent Lisa will be there, Tosca will be there, 20 plus other people will be there. You can get books autographed. Plus, we've got all kinds of fun things going on. We've got, oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. We've got a contest. We've got a mystery thing going on. We've got panels all day long. We've got a different exhibitors room. Safe Haven is bringing rescue animals. So people will have a chance to read bedtime stories to a doggy, and how can you read it and not want to take them home? So I'm hoping we might get the animals adopted too.
I love that.
That is a riot.
I
That'd be
love
fun
that.
to see.
And that is free to the public. So Monday,
Completely, no, don't come for writing advice because that's not what we'll be doing. That
Right.
completely open to the public. Another new thing we're adding this year is Pitch Fest, which is on Saturday at noon. We've done pitching practices before, and we still will, just not during the noon hour. But this idea, we're letting people make what's a bid? What's the word? Suggest that they'd want to be a part of a Pitch Fest. And the idea is that we get everybody in the room, all the agents, all the
Mhm.
publishers, assistants, influencers. We've got some TikTok or Instagram book reviewers coming and pitch to everybody at once. And you get 5 or 6 minutes on the stage, and we will work with you to help make the pitch as good as it can possibly be. Laura and I went to the Sundance Film Festival earlier this year, which was fun.
Mhm.
And I thought, why can't we do something like this in books? Because the point of is for people to bring their indie films and try and get a
Yes.
distributor, which is very similar to what authors do, except you're looking for a publisher who will distribute your book. Here's the chance to have basically that film festival experience with books. And I think it's going to be a pretty dynamite opportunity for people who want to connect with agents or publishers or whatever you're looking for.
That's an important kind of session to go to also because even if you don't pitch your own book, hearing other people's books being pitched like that, you will learn so much about what you should be doing in your own pitch. So that even if you're not a part of the more public display of that, even if you just want to meet one-on-one with an editor or an agent, you'll gain a lot of confidence in just seeing, okay, what do I need to do this right that can actually make a connection with someone else with manuscript I've created.
That's so right. That's what I always
Yeah.
tell people about the first page panel, which we do, I think is
Mhm.
Friday at noon this year, where people in advance could submit the first pages of their manuscripts. And then we get a panel of experts, usually a couple of agents and a publisher, who someone else will read it aloud and they'll listen and basically say stop when they hear the stopper, the red flag, or
Yes.
the thing that would cause this agent to move on to the next one, which, of course, if you're sitting in the audience, they do that to your work. It's painful, but they don't announce the names. They're not going to call you out or anything. But this is not only useful to the people who submit, it's useful to everyone. I think you can learn more from listening to somebody else's first page getting critiqued maybe than from your own. You
That's
hear
right.
that and you think, oh, good point. Remind me not to do that on my first page and
Yeah.
then go home to edit it. And sometimes manuscripts get rejected really just because agents are drowning in them and publishers, if they even accept unsolicited manuscripts anymore, get too many. And so they just can't, they glance at it and move on. Here's a chance to try and find out what are the red flags these people are seeing that are causing your manuscript to not get picked up so you can fix it. In some cases, not always, but in some cases, it's a pretty simple fix that can significantly increase the chances of your book being picked up.
Yeah, that's good. Now, this is in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It is central in the U.S., and there are a lot of people around the Oklahoma area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area that come in, but there's really people from all around the world, right? We get
Right.
people from everywhere.
We
So
had
it's still
people.
time to book your plane tickets.
Yeah, am I remembering we had 14 different states and 3 different countries this year? I'm just going
Yeah.
from memory, but I think that's right.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So if you want to find out more, you can go to writercon.com. That's like Writers Conference, writercon.com. And you can check out not only the tickets for the conference, but you can get all the information about the contests and the different critiques and all that sort of thing that you can submit to. It's all on the website. You'll see all the speakers, you'll see the schedule, what everyone's talking about. You'll see everything you can just immerse in for 3
Right.
days and
Right.
go from there. And then you can also find out about ReaderCon. And do they need tickets for ReaderCon or just for WriterCon?
Nope, just for WriterCon.
Right.
ReaderCon is free, and I don't even know what you'd be registering for. Just come and join the fun.
Come walk in the door. You're welcome. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also want to point out that this is at the Renaissance Waterford Hotel,
Right.
and there are special discounted rates for the
Mhm.
WriterCon attendees. So when you want to go ahead and get on that quickly so you can take advantage of that,
Oh, you know
get
what
started
else?
now. Get going.
Speaking of discounts, we've got a special discount code for everyone today. If you're listening, you can put this in on the WriterCon website and save $50. That code is We Are Writers, all one word, WeAreWriters. I had to look over as I was saying that to make sure I wouldn't misspell it. We Are Writers.
I always write it in all caps. I don't know if that matters, though, does it?
Probably not, but good to do just in case.
Definitely. Thank you, Bill, for being here. We're so excited. We just really encourage anybody watching us or listening to us today to take the time over Labor Day weekend for WriterCon in Oklahoma City. That's September 1st through the 4th.
We'll be there.
September 4th is going to be ReaderCon, which is going to be just like a party for readers and books and authors.
All right. Well, if you've enjoyed this podcast, please rate, review, subscribe, and share it with someone else who you know needs to go to WriterCon so they can get that discount code and join us all at the conference. Bill will be there. Gena and I will be there because this whole writing thing is not a solitary venture. This is something that's better when we do it together, right?
Definitely.
So what happens, Gena? It's best what?
Together we have writing momentum.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.